What is up? It is Michaela and I'm back with another video. So I just want to as you can tell by the title, what I'm going to be talking about today is my journey of breastfeeding for 1 year. I did a whole entire year, and I just want to give some pointers and some tips, and just to go over my journey for anybody out there wanting to breastfeed or interested in it, or just want a little bit more information about how everything is, and just tell my journey on breastfeeding. And I definitely will do it again with my next child, just because I feel like I saved so much money choosing to breastfeed, because Lord knows I don't know if I would have been able to afford all that formula. But if you look at my past videos, I talk a little bit more about my journey with breastfeeding and how it was a struggle at first, but we made it through. I ordered like a nipple, a plastic nipple to go over my breast, because my nipples were so they were so sensitive, like it was painful for him to even latch on. And my son used to latch on by biting, so he used to bite the stuff. I bite my nipple really hard and it just wasn't working, but I still didn't give up. And that's the thing, do not give up. If you really want to succeed and breastfeed your baby, do not give up. And that's with anything in life. You never want to give up. You always want to keep trying, because it's going to work. You have to believe it. So I ordered a nipple shield from Amazon. Long story short, ordered a nipple shield from Amazon, and I used to breastfeed him through the nipple shield, and that did wonders. Like he was able to get the milk, and also taking showers during my breastfeeding journey. Every night I would take a shower, and a hot warm shower, to warm up the breast milk inside me. I feel like it was like warming up your ducts, and getting everything prepared for the baby. So taking showers every day at night, that's what I was doing for that whole year. I think after 2 months I was like, okay, I'm comfortable with the nipple shield. He's comfortable with the nipple shield. So I started to take the nipple shield off and try to attach him to my nipple, because it wasn't as sensitive anymore as it was when I first had him. And it was a struggle at first. So we kind of went back and forth with it. But then after a while, he started to latch on, and we didn't need the nipple shield no longer. We no longer needed the nipple shield. So that was a blessing. And we literally breastfed the whole year. We did it on schedule. So it just wasn't random. We did it on schedule, so he'll be able to take his naps. And I knew when he would be hungry. So the advice that I can give is to make sure you do it on time, do it on schedule, so when he's hungry, when he's supposed to be taking a nap, and all that good stuff. Another thing I learned on my journey of breastfeeding is you're going to be tired because they eat more for some reason. I don't know if it's because they're not getting a whole bottle, they're just feeding for themselves. So when you prepare a whole bottle, they're going to just keep eating. But when they breastfeed, they do more work. So they're sucking the milk, they're using their muscles more, and they breastfeed way more at night. You have to get up at night to breastfeed them. And child, I was so lazy. I used to be so lazy. I used to lay in the bed and just put him on the nipple, and I'll go right back to sleep. So I'm not recommending you to do that, but that's another thing I did like about breastfeeding is I didn't have to get out the bed to warm up a bottle. I literally just took him out the crib, put him on the nipple, and I don't remember what was going on. He was just eating. So that's another thing why I like breastfeeding. So that was a part of my journey, is just being able to go back to sleep, and it was amazing. Just putting him on the breast, and then, you know, still propped up a little bit by the pillow, and just going back to sleep. So I loved it. Another thing I can say is make sure you're freezing your milk, just in case, you know, you want to have somebody watch him. Every mom needs a break. So, you know, even though breastfed moms have to be there, you still want to make sure you get out and do your time by yourself. Take the time out to be yourself again, not mom, but the person you was born. So make sure you are, if you're going to breastfeed, make sure you are pumping, because I was lazy at that. But after a while, I wanted to make sure I got out and did what I needed to do. So make sure you are pumping. Make sure you're freezing your milk, so when you do need someone to watch your baby, he has the food for you to be out for a couple hours. What else I learned during my breastfeeding journey? They grow well. They actually, to me, grow, you know, plumper. But I don't know. That's just in my opinion. It's also, when I'm breastfeeding, I also mix his breast milk that I saved with a lot of the food. When he was able to start eating food, I started to, you know, I was able to mix breast milk with the food, because the breast milk still has a lot of nutrients that they need. And it was, when I mixed it with the food, it was still familiar, so he was able to take the food in easier, and he liked the taste of it because it had the breast milk in it. So that was another positive thing. Everything that I gave him, I started him with the food. For instance, pears, carrots, yams, potatoes, oatmeal. Everything that I introduced him to, I was able to put some breast milk in it, so he'll still be able to get the nutrients from the milk, and it even made him fuller to me. So that was another thing, positive thing I like about breast milk. Breastfeeding. Another thing I can say is make sure you are eating properly. If you are eating junk food all day, you are not going to produce the milk that you need to produce. You need to be able to make sure you are drinking water day and through night. Like when I was breastfeeding, I had water bottles like no other. Even when it was midnight, I had to get up and drink a whole bottle full of water, because you're still producing liquids. So you need to have liquids for your own body, because our body is mostly made of water, and then you need more liquids for the baby. So you need to be drinking water like no other. And sometimes, you know, during the day, I'll pop like a Gatorade or a Body Armor in there just to give me some more, you know, but don't depend on that. Water is your best friend when you are breastfeeding, because you're not going to produce milk without it. I'm telling you that right now. And you need to make sure you're eating healthy meals a day. Get up, make some breakfast, lunch, nice dinner. I mean, we're women, so of course we're going to want to binge a little bit, but if you're focusing your diet on binging food that's not really producing any energy, you're not going to produce no breast milk. So that's one thing I recommend, is remember to eat healthy. And it's also good too, because even when I'm done breastfeeding now, I done got in a habit of eating healthy and drinking so much water. It stayed with me, so I still do that to this day. You know, I'm eating healthy still, and it changed my habits, because I have to feed my baby, so I had to change my habits of eating and drinking water. I drink way more water now. I don't even buy juice like that. I just drink water, and I eat healthy because it just became a habit. What else? Yeah, but other than that, breastfeeding is just an amazing thing. It's a good bond between you and your baby. He or she is going to be attached to you like no other. And like, meaning they're always just wanting to eat off you because you're their food. I am their food. So yeah, other than that, I just recommend anybody out there wanting to breastfeed, don't give up. It's a beautiful journey that I have went through. I definitely want to breastfeed the next time with my child. And like I said in my other videos, it's all about being comfortable with your body, being comfortable knowing that, you know, you are his food and he needs you to live. So it's just, it's an amazing thing. It's an amazing thing to have in your mind. And it was a cool journey that I am proud of myself for doing, and I really did enjoy it, like I said, because I didn't have to buy any food. And the transition, that's what I wanted to talk about next, is the transition of breastfeeding to regular milk was very easy for me. And I just listened to my intuition, and my intuition to me is God. I was asking God, okay, how am I going to do this? Because every time I stopped breastfeeding, like say I went on a 3-day vacation or a 2-day vacation and I had saved up enough milk for him to stay at somebody else's house, your breast is going to like become like crazy big, crazy hard, because the milk is wanting to get drunk. Like it's wanting to like, okay, why is it nobody like, you know? So my nipples and my breast was so crazy every time he wasn't able to eat. And I was like, okay, this is going to be hard for me to transition. But it actually wasn't hard, because the more solid foods that you introduce your baby to, the less milk your body is going to produce. Because one thing I know, your body, God has made the body so intelligent. Like God is the ultimate creator. So he took his time with us. So your body knows what to do. You have to trust your body. You have to trust that your body knows what it's doing by itself, you know? So the more I introduced foods to him, the more my body was like, okay, the baby is not eating as much. Maybe I'll make this much milk today. Okay, he drank that much milk, you know, last week. He's eating less milk again. How about I produce this much milk this time? So when you're transitioning from breastfeeding to regular milk, just let it flow. You know, your body is going to slowly know the baby is done breastfeeding. He don't need it anymore. So week by week, my body will slowly stop producing as much milk. So don't rush. Don't listen to anybody. Don't try to just stop them that day and never go back. Let it flow. Everything in life is a balance. Everything in life is a flow. God created us so intelligent, so smart. He knows what he's doing. And you just got to trust him, and you got to trust that your body knows how to stop producing milk. So it was a very easy transition for me, that, like I said, God spoke to me, intuition, and just letting it just naturally happen, knowing that your body knows what it's doing by itself. So if you have any other questions you want me to answer, if I didn't go over something directly that you want to, you know, ask me, just comment below. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, subscribe. If there's something that you want to know during this first year of me being a mother, and you are a beginning mother, or you don't really know, you know, where to go. I don't know everything, but I've been documenting my journey so far. So as of 1 year, I know a little bit of something. Other than that, I don't know. But yeah, thank you guys for subscribing. Like I said, this channel is just for us to do us. Well, this guy. So yeah, I'll see you guys next week, and make sure you subscribe, like, comment below, follow me on Instagram, and Have a wonderful day. Bye.